I'm on the cusp of getting involved in a pretty interesting project. Some friends of mine are from Turkey, and specifically Anatolia, and they're making a connection between Appalachia and Anatolia. A lot of similarities. He plays an instrument, and he collects folk songs from Anatolia. He wants me to help them translate. He wants me to help him translate those songs into English. First of all, because he says the only translation that's out there is wrong. And then the second part is that many of these things have never been written down. So it's just the song. So any advice for how I would begin to do this?
I'm looking at you two. I just think that I have a bilingual version of The Cat in the Hat at home for my daughter, and it chose to maintain the rhyme of The Cat in the Hat, sacrificing everything else. And I can't read it in Spanish. I can't bring myself to read it in Spanish to my daughter. But it's very faithful to the musicality of Dr. Seuss. It just doesn't make much sense. and that's just always reminds me of the sacrifice, especially with music. I mean, or with a poem that has much more of a structure. You're going to have to make sacrifices but know why you're making them. You know, do you value the musicality of it or the content of it? I felt like it was not incredibly difficult with this particular poem, but it's, you know, those are decisions that you weigh, and you have to make a decision on which direction your version is going to go in, right, and how it's going to come out. And imagine that perhaps in an alternate universe, another version of you chose the other option. I don't know if you felt the same way in German.
Yeah, and it also plays in, I mean, reading with my students literature in translation, because often I will have them read novels in the English translation, and sometimes if I tell them, even with as little things as the title of the work, but what it really is saying in German. I mean, titles are often vastly different, or terms in there that could throw a completely different light. That was probably a German idiom, but onto things. So yeah, I agree. I mean, you kind of have to, yeah, it's a judgment call. And at the same time as you're providing something, you're also withholding something. I mean, you're withholding all these other options that could have potentially gone into the work.
And I guess that would be at least you're hopefully able to be in dialogue with the people who you'd be translating and get their input on what they feel is most important to be conveyed in the other language into English. Because I had the ability to stand an email and say, what are you trying to say here?
Right. Yeah, when you say to sleep, do you mean? Yeah, and I say, well, yes, I mean all of those.
Didn't make it that much easier.
Yeah, no, I didn't help him, because every time he said, I don't know whether you mean, X, Y, or Z, and I say, I mean all of those. I mean, those are all meanings of the word in English. And that's why you're having trouble. One question that occurs to me that I think I asked and I didn't get an answer for. Because there are words that have these multi-meanings in English that we now are aware of, did you find any words in Spanish or German that had multiple meanings that are not multiple meanings in German that would give a new kind of resonance to a particular line or phrase?
I was glad that I got to use the verb anhelar in Spanish. Anhelo, is what I crave in line 10. Okay. Anhelar is a deep yearning as well, which I think comes across in what you were saying in crave. But for me, it has a much more fleshed out, deeper meaning in the Spanish. But it was the closest, I felt like it fit very well. Right. But that would be a reverse example.
That same word actually was also one that I went back and forth on, because I could have also chosen the German word that goes more along the lines of a craving, like a craving you have that's food related also, versus longing. So I kind of made the decision there to go with longing. But yeah, it's both ways would have been a possibility. So.
Okay.
we have used our allotted time. You can continue this conversation with any of us as we reassemble the stage for the next session. Talk with the panels, talk with each other. It's been great. Thank you all out there.